Very happy to introduce you to my very, very good friend for many years, Kevin Myles. Kevin is a business partner with me on Bellafit Magazine and on FITLife, as well as my wife, Anna. Kevin is, again, I'm going to tell you all about you, Kev. 56 years old, like me. Not as good looking as me, but but very, very knowledgeable guy. Kevin, you've been around bodybuilding since how old were you?
Man, I got interested watching like Jack LaLanne when I was 5 or 6 and exercising on. They used to have that TV show in the morning. I used to exercise with me and my sister, and
Yeah.
it just gravitated from there and just grew and just always.
Now your experience, you've been all over the place. You managed. Actually, I met you when you were managing Gold's Gym in San Jose, one of the Gold's gyms. But you did that for some time and into the competing thing. You've been an athlete your whole life, basically, right?
Yeah, I grew up just loving sports, and that's where I'm lucky. It's like I love training and I love fitness, and just fitness led me to working out, and that led me to bodybuilding. And I managed Gold's Gym for 8 years. Before that, I was at a health food store for 6 years, and after that, an exercise equipment store. And I've been a trainer off and on for like 30 years. So It's just something that was almost made for me, I felt, and just was easy for me to get into it and stay with it.
Now, this is something, like you say, we've both been trainers for over 30 years. We both started into this about the same age. We're both the same age now. And so there's a lot of parallels there. You have things that you specialize in that you know a great deal more about than I do. And right now, I know you work with a lot of athletes, getting them ready for contests, for bodybuilding contests, fitness contests, physique contests, things like that, as well as females, getting them ready for bikini, figure, all of that kind of stuff. But you also work with a lot of clients that have got metabolic burnout. And that, for those that don't know what that is, it's basically, and of course, from a former bodybuilder, and been around the sport for many, many years, we see so much of it. And basically what it is when somebody overdoes the training, overdoes the cardio, and on reduced calories, and basically gets severely overtrained to the point where your metabolism begins to slow down. And then what happens is when you go back to a normal life with normal eating and stuff like that, when the contest is over, controlling your weight becomes next to impossible. And it's a tricky business to deal with. A lot of it is psychological, but you are one of the great masters at it. You're also one of the pioneers at it, aren't you, Kevin?
Well, I just noticed it from early on and from friends of mine, just being in that gym 10 hours a day all the time. And you just see people working so hard and dieting so strictly for so long. And the outside people would look at them and say, gee, these people must not work out or take care of themselves at all, when you knew it was exactly the opposite that was true. And it's not just for physique sports. You get marathoners that are doing that. Your body gets so good at cardio, and some of them are still worried about losing weight, so their calories get lower and lower, and your body has to start conserving energy just to protect you. And it gets to the point where the body just doesn't work the way it's supposed to anymore. So we've written a lot about that and tried to help a lot of people just be there for them, because it's an embarrassing thing for someone who is so dedicated and so committed to wind up looking like they have no interest or dedication at all. And some of them needed a place to turn, and we just tried to give them the right information and understand that, yeah, this was a real thing, because we'd seen it in other people too.
That's the thing,
like try to prevent it.
Most of them go underground, don't they? I mean, that's my experience, and I know it's yours, that they go underground because they're ashamed. Because the assumption is that they just let themselves go, but the reality is that it's not that. It's just it's something that's gone out of control.
Yeah, we tend to look at what's out in front of us, and there's always someone looking good, and the next new person coming along. But there's a lot of great national and pro champions that are in hiding because they don't look like their pictures anymore. And they don't look like you'd expect them to look. So they find some off gym that they've never been to before. They don't go to any of the events anymore. They're embarrassed to do what they do. And some of them work in the fitness industry as trainers and coaches themselves. And it makes it very tough for them to get clients and to be taken seriously when they look 30, 40, 50 pounds from where they want to be. And it's because their body doesn't work anymore. And the sad thing is, it's so preventable. And that's why we want to teach fitness and competing in a healthy way where you don't get to that point, because it's a lot easier to prevent than it is to correct.
Well, and that's kind of where we're at now, Kevin. It's the beginning of the year. It's resolution time. Everybody's motivated. They've indulged themselves. They want to make changes. they're out of their comfort zone, right? Because they don't like how they look, and they want to make changes in 2016. And along with that eagerness comes an eagerness to see results, and therefore, oftentimes you see an unhealthy approach that invariably doesn't last any longer than sometimes a few days, sometimes a few weeks, but it's never a long-term thing. Can you expand on that a little bit, what your recommendation is for those guys that are, it's the beginning of the year, they want to make those changes? What do you have to say?
We get to the point where we want everything now, and we have to realize the body only changes so fast, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. And so you want to set a pace that you can maintain. You don't have to go back from doing nothing to doing everything. Get into the gym and get into a fitness lifestyle gradually. Stay with it just a few days a week. It's something that you hopefully enjoy as well as get progress from. Then you're going to have more longevity with it. And not rush it, not push it. Your body's, again, it's only going to change so fast. Doing 10 hours of cardio a day on no food is not going to help you. So gradually implement the changes, gradually implement a program, allow your body a chance to catch up with what you're doing. And then you'll be able to sustain it. And it's just that gradual progress you make every week that you continue to do, and you can continue to maintain that schedule. That's what's going to get you the results.
And I think that's just it, realistic goals. And again, we always emphasize it's a lifestyle choice. It's not, 8 weeks to better abs, because that's just not realistic. You can't maintain that. You might get there, maybe, usually not, but it's not anything you can maintain. And so doing it the safe and smart way always gives you a lasting result. It's awesome to have you, Kevin. It's always great talking to you, my friend. I can't wait till you're living out in Vegas. That's happening pretty soon, right?
Happening very soon. So, you'll be looking up your shoulder, and I'll be there.
Yeah, I can't wait. Listen, man, it's been an honor working with you all these years, and I'm so excited for us now to turn our attentions to a men's magazine, something we're a little more versed in, being that we are men.
People have no idea how excited we are for this and how prepared we are for this. And they'll see it in the work, and they'll see it in what we do.
Yeah.
And they'll see it by wanting to come along on our journey that we enjoy so much.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to kicking in the backyard with your niece, having fun, the general. Is she still telling you where to go and what to do today?
Always and forever.
Okay, man. Have a good day, Kevin. Thank you very much.
Talk to you soon.